Hi everyone, today I'm doing another declutter video, and today I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow palettes, single eyeshadows, glitters, and lashes, because that's all that's in the drawer, and then I have my eyeshadow palettes over here. Let me start with my lashes, because I don't wear lashes as often as I used to, so I think I can get rid of a couple of them. So these three pairs are all from Rouge and Rogue. These are the style Chaos, these are Cosmic Kitten, and these are Starla. These I really like, so I'm going to be keeping these. These from Rouge and Rogue are the shade Slayer, and I've never even used them because they're just very big, and I think that they'll be too big on my eyes. So I've never taken them like out of the packaging, and I've never trimmed them or anything, so I think I'm gonna just try to sell these for a couple dollars on my Depop, because they were like kind of expensive for lashes, so I'm gonna get rid of these. These lashes are from AOA, and they're the style Chloe, so these were $1, but I really like them, and like when I trimmed them, I kept these little pieces and I used them for like lower lashes, and I really like these, so I'm gonna keep these. These are Kiss lashes, and I just don't wear them anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of them. And these House of Lashes ones in the style Temptress Wispy, I don't wear these anymore either, and if I want something that's kind of like wispy and long and stuff like that, I'm going to use these ones instead, so I'm going to get rid of these. This is my only lash glue that I have. It's the House of Lashes one, so I'm going to keep that. This is a Makeup Revolution eyeshadow kit, or a brow kit, in light medium, and this doesn't fit in the drawer where I have like my brow products because it's kind of full, so I'm hoping when I declutter that drawer I'll be able to fit it in there, but it stays in here for now. This is a Makeup Revolution eyeshadow, and it has like a liquid that comes with it that you're supposed to like mix in with it or something. I don't know. This isn't really my shade that I would use, so I'm just gonna get rid of this and give this to someone. These two things are the Glitterly Obsessed things from ColourPop. This is the shade Avenue of the Stars, and it's just like a pink, orange, gold, purple. It has a lot of colors in it, but I really like these, so I'm gonna keep these. And this one is from the Villains collection, and it's the shade Do I Look Like I Care, and it's just like silver, holographic, dual chrome, iridescent, something. It's one of those things. And this one's really nice too, so I'm keeping both of those, and I use them quite a bit. These are all my loose glitters that I have. I used to have a lot more, but then I realized that I don't use them that much anymore. So these ones are all like shapes, so I feel like they have a purpose. Like these ones are little hearts, so I'm gonna keep these. And these ones are stars, so I'm gonna keep those. These are like little like holographic like little strips, and I've used these quite a bit, so I'm gonna keep these as well. And these ones are like iridescent pink little circles, and they're like different shapes and stuff, and I think these are really pretty, so I'm gonna keep these. These on the other hand, they're just like little micro glitter, and I never used them. They're from Sephora, and I want to keep them because I got them for Christmas last year, but I literally have never used them, so I think I'm going to get rid of them. This is a glue stick in case I ever want to block out my eyebrows for a look, so I'm keeping this. And then I have these few single eyeshadows that are like ones that are in their own compact. So I have 3 Super Shock shadows from ColourPop, and this one is the shade Paisley, and it's like one of my favorites. Let me see if I can open it. There you go. Okay, that just took me so long to open, but This is like one of my favorite shades and I have pan on it, so I'm going to be keeping this one. This is the shade Kelp Me, and it's just like a really pretty orangey coral with like pink glitter in it, and it's relatively new, that's why it still looks barely used, but I really like that one. And this one is the shade Birthday Wish, and it was from their 4th birthday, and it's like a silver with purple glitter in it, and I really liked it when I got it, and it's still really pretty, but I just never use it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. This is a ColourPop Jelly Shadow from the Villains collection in the shade I Own You. This I'm getting rid of because I've barely used it, but also it's like dried out already, and it's only like, oh god, it's not that old. I'd say maybe at the most it's 6 months old, but even then I don't know if it's that old. And it's just like all dried out and like barely anything comes off of it anymore. Like that's like crap compared to what it used to look like. So I guess I'm throwing this in the garbage. I mean, I never really used it anyway, so I was gonna give it away, but it's all dried out, so now I can't give it away. And then I have these two eyeshadows from Estate that I got from Ipsy. This is the shade Pipe, and it's like a really nice coppery orange darker color, and it's really pretty, especially for fall right now, and I really like it, so I'm gonna keep it. And then this one is the shade Shmoney, which is just a green, but it's not really something I use. Like, I have the green shimmers that I do like in all my palettes, and if I'm gonna reach for a green shimmer, I'm gonna reach for those and not this, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, so here are all my palettes, and I do just have them in a cardboard box because I don't really have anything else for them right now, but I'm hoping to get something better to hold them soon. Just hasn't happened yet, so I'm just gonna pull them all out of the box. So I don't have like a super lot of palettes. I mean, this kind of is a lot. This is kind of a lot, but I don't buy a lot of palettes because they are more expensive, and they take up more room because they're bigger than most things. So I just tend to have like a hard time buying palettes, and when I want a palette, I like think about it for a while before I actually buy it. So most of these are palettes that I do really like, so I don't plan on getting rid of a super lot of these, but I do know there are a couple that I want to get rid of. So this is the NYX In Your Element Air palette, and this is what it looks like. The 4 empty pans were some shimmer shades that like didn't do anything, so I just like busted them out because I hated them. But these 2 shimmer shades are really nice, and all the mattes are really nice, so I'm gonna keep this. This is a Makeup Revolution palette that I got for free in a Ulta order, and I haven't even opened it yet, and it's the Redemption Eyeshadow Palette Iconic 1, and I think this is supposed to be a dupe for the Naked 1 palette from Urban Decay, which is the ugliest palette I've ever seen. That's why I haven't opened this, because it's like the ugliest color story to me, so I'm gonna get rid of this. This is the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette, and it looks like this, and it's really pretty. It's the newest palette, I think, in my collection, and I really do enjoy it, so I'm keeping it. This is a magnetic palette from Carity, but it has these shades in it. These are from my Kat Von D Fetish eyeshadow palette that my mom got me for Christmas last year. I had a tragedy, and I broke it. I dropped it, and it busted. And these were the ones that I like salvaged from the palette, and I really do like some of these shades. Like, this is a really cool toned brown that I don't have anywhere else, and I really like this deeper forest green and this dark purple, and these shimmers are really nice. This red one though, like, I have other deeper red shades, and I just know that I'll reach for them from my other palettes instead of reaching for this one, so I am gonna get rid of this, but I'm gonna keep the rest of these. This is my Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette. This is my most used palette. It's my favorite palette ever. I think it's perfect in every way, and I'm keeping it. This is my Strobe Cosmetics Divinity palette. This one I'm actually going to get rid of. And I love the formula of their eyeshadows, and I think they're a great brand, but I just don't use this palette, and I'm not going to keep it around if I'm not going to use it. So it looks like this, and it's very pretty, and I think it's so pretty. But the thing is that like all these shades in here that I want, I have in other palettes. Like a lot of these are in the Subculture palette from Anastasia, which I have and I use way more. And these shimmers are like, I can find these other places. I don't really use deep purple shimmers like this very often, and I know I have another one in my collection if I do ever want one. And I just have all these shadows other places, and I just never reach for this. And since it's so gently used, I'm going to sell it on my Depop and see if anyone wants to buy it, because it was kind of expensive. I think it was $35, which is expensive for me for a palette. So I'm going to sell it and just see if I can get a little bit of money back. This is the ColourPop Strawberry Shake palette. This is the only 9-pan palette from ColourPop that I've gotten, and I love it so much. I'm glad I got this because none of the other 9-pan palettes were really like speaking to me, and I think this one is so pretty, and I love all the colors so much, so I'm definitely keeping this one. This is the ColourPop Yes Please, and the packaging looks so grody because I use it a lot. This is what it looks like. I'm sure you probably know what it looks like, but I'm definitely keeping this one. It's one of my favorite palettes. It's a solid palette, so I'm keeping it. Alright, let me go through these. I have these two face palettes. These are the only like big face palettes that I have, and I tend to forget about them because I tend to just reach into my drawer where I have like my blushes and highlighters, but I do want to keep these. So this is the Wet n Wild highlighting palette, and it looks like this, and my mom got me this for Christmas last year, and I really like it. I just don't use it as much as I should, so I want to like make a point to get more use out of this because I do like it. And this is the Fetish blush palette from Kat Von D. This is what it looks like. The highlighters are just like super glittery, and I don't mind a glittery highlighter, but these ones are just like not that good, but the blushes are really nice, and it was a gift, so I'm going to keep it, and I want to get some more use out of it. I think these highlighters might be pretty as eyeshadows, but I just haven't had the chance to use them like that yet, but I'm going to be keeping this. And these are my last palettes. So this, we were just talking about the Subculture palette. This is what it looks like. This is one of my favorite palettes that I own, so I'm definitely keeping it. I think it's perfect. I don't know why everyone hates it so much. I think it's amazing. I don't have trouble with any of the shadows, and I think the color story is amazing. I think all the shadows work really well. The only ones that I have some trouble with are like these really deep ones, but I have trouble with deep shadows anyway, so it might just be a me problem, but I love this palette, so I'm keeping it. This is the ABH Weekend Festival palette. This is no longer available, I don't think. I think it was limited edition, but I think you can still buy it at Kohl's, I think, because I bought this at Kohl's, and I think they have it on the Kohl's website, but I bought it in person. Anyway, that doesn't matter. This is what it looks like. I love this palette. Whenever I want a specific shimmer, like this Solstice shade is my favorite shimmer. It's so pretty. I love this palette so much. The only shade I don't really get a lot of use out of is like Carnival. I just think it looks kind of weird on me, but I love this palette so much. This is the Nomad Cosmetics Tokyo palette, and this is what it looks like. If you can't tell, I really like pastel eyeshadows a lot. This palette is amazing. This last row of like glitters are so pretty, and the mattes are like the softest feeling eyeshadows I've ever felt. I just think this palette is amazing, and if you were looking for a nice like pastel palette that has mattes and shimmers, I would definitely recommend this. This is the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. This is what it looks like. I wanted this for like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, I want it so bad. And I waited and waited because I was like, maybe I won't buy it because it's like more expensive than the other 12 pan palettes. And I was like, but I really want it. And now that I have it, I don't use it. Like, I have these shades in other palettes that I use more, and this is like barely used. So I'm going to sell this on my Depop as well, and maybe someone will buy it. This is a ColourPop magnetic palette, and this is where I just keep most of my magnetic shadows. So these three big ones are Sugar Pill, and then some of these are Carity, and some of these are ColourPop. This shade is Spring Break from Carity. This shade is Rush from Carity. This is Backstage from ColourPop. This is Made to Last from ColourPop. This is Tease from Carity, and this is Super Freak from Carity. These two shimmers are from Carity. This is Fetish, and this is Yerba. I'm getting rid of these. I don't like these shimmers. I don't know if all Carity shimmers are like this. They're just kind of more like satin and not as shimmery as I would like, so I'm gonna get rid of these. So these two are leaving. This is Pretty Cruel from ColourPop. Just move that over. This is Let Me Explain from ColourPop, Snake Eyes, and Hungry Ghost, and those are both from ColourPop. This is a pressed glitter. Oops. This one is a pressed glitter, and it's so pretty. This is actually a shadow from a ColourPop palette. This was from the Element of Surprise palette. It's the shade Subdue, and I really liked this shade, so I popped it out and kept it, and then I gave the palette away to a friend because she didn't mind that there was a shade missing. But that shade is really close. It's basically the same as the shade Wicked from my BH Festival palette, so I'm going to see if my friend wants to pop this back in that palette, so I'm gonna get rid of this. And then I'm keeping all of my Sugar Pill. These are, this is Taco, this is Love Plus, and this is Butter Cupcake, and they are perfect, and I love them. So this is the box of everything I'm decluttering. It's not like a whole lot, but I think it's pretty decent for me and my collection because, like I said, I don't buy palettes very often, so getting rid of these is like good for me. So I hope this was somewhat interesting to watch, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye.